stupid head, you jerk, crybaby.
Has anyone ever called you a name you didn't like? What did you do about it? Did you ever call someone a name they didn't like? How do you think it made them feel? Well, name calling is what this program is all about. We'll show you how it makes people feel and how to ask someone to stop calling you names. So the next time it will be easier for you to tell someone, don't call me names. How does it feel to be called names? Let's find out. One day in school, Caleb was sharpening his pencil when the pencil got stuck in the sharpener and broke. Caleb was upset because he had gotten the pencil at a baseball game and it had his favorite team's name on it.
Oh no, this is my favorite pencil.
But what made things worse was what Janet said to him.
It's just a dumb pencil, what a baby.
Later that day, Caleb was looking for a book in his desk. And when he pulled out some papers, a bunch of books went flying all over the place. Caleb felt embarrassed, but he felt even worse after Janet said,
You're such a klutz.
And then at recess, Caleb was playing dodgeball. Suddenly, the ball hit his legs and knocked him over. It hurt so much that he almost cried.
Ha ha, what a loser.
That was it. When Janet called Caleb a baby, he felt hurt. And when she called him a klutz, he felt embarrassed. But when she called him a loser, he got mad. So he started calling her names.
Yeah, well, you're a jerk. Stupid head. Dummy. Crybaby.
Caleb and Janet kept calling each other names. Then they started to push each other. What a mess. All from name calling. See how calling someone names can make them feel hurt and embarrassed and angry? When Caleb left school that day, he was in such a bad mood. First because Janet had hurt his feelings, and then because he got into trouble for fighting with her. When Marcy, his babysitter, met him after school, she realized something was wrong.
Hey, Caleb.
Hi.
What's the matter? Oh, come on, you can tell me.
So Caleb told Marcy about the fight with Janet and about how she called him names, and then how he pushed Janet and got in trouble. Marcy understood how Caleb felt.
I know how you feel. That happened to me, too. Come on, let's go to the park and we can talk along the way.
When they got there, they saw two girls from Caleb's school on the playground, Lisa and Taylor.
Come on, Taylor the Sailor. Let's go on the swing. Don't call me Taylor the Sailor. I don't like that. Why not? It rhymes. Taylor, Sailor. I think it's funny. Well, I don't.
Can you believe it? More name calling.
Well, at least Lisa isn't doing it to be mean like Janet. She's just doing it to be funny.
But if Taylor doesn't think it's funny, Lisa shouldn't do it. Not everyone calls names to be mean, you know. See that guy over there, Roger? When we were in first grade, he always called me Peanut because I was the shortest kid in the class. He wasn't doing it to be mean or even funny. He just thought it was a cute nickname. But I hated it anyway.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
I was telling Caleb how you used to always call me Peanut and how it bothered me.
Yeah, you know, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I thought it was kind of nice.
That's what I'm saying. Not all name calling is meant to be mean.
But I wouldn't like it if you called me Peanut. I'd think you were making fun of me. Would you like it?
Probably not.
If you wouldn't like it, then maybe someone else wouldn't either.
Yeah, you know, you're right. If you're calling somebody names and they don't like it, you really shouldn't do that.
So you see, there are lots of reasons why people call names. Sometimes they do it to hurt someone's feelings. But sometimes they think it's funny, and other times they may think it's cute. Before you call someone a name, ask yourself, would I like it if someone called me that? Marcy, Roger, and Caleb kept talking. They talked about how name calling makes you feel. They talked about why people call other people names. Now Caleb wanted to know what you could do to make someone stop calling you names.
Caleb's having a problem. Janet's been calling him names, and he wants her to stop.
Well, what did you do when she called you names?
I called her names back.
I bet it didn't work, and it probably made things worse, right? Did you get into a fight?
Yeah, I pushed her.
Calling names back or fighting just doesn't work.
So what does?
Do you know what I did to get Roger to stop calling me Peanut? I told him how it made me feel. He didn't even realize I didn't like it.
And once I'd heard how she felt, I stopped.
It was that easy?
That time it was. It doesn't always work like that. But still, it's the first thing you should do. Use your words and tell the person who's calling you names how it makes you feel. Then ask them to stop. Looks like you two made up.
Yeah, I promise not to call her that name anymore, even though I still think it's kind of funny. Lisa? But if it hurts her feelings, I won't do it. Promise.
So do you think you have a better idea now about what to do if Janet calls you names again?
Yep. I'm going to tell her how it makes me feel and ask her to stop.
Great. So Caleb learned that using your words and saying how you feel is really important. And remember, if you call someone a name, even one that you think is funny or cute and wouldn't mind being called yourself, you shouldn't do it if the other person asks you not to. So, the first thing to do when someone calls you a name is to tell them how you feel and ask them to stop. But suppose you do that and they still won't stop. What can you do then? Well, that's what happened to Hector. Hector was really good at math. He always knew all the answers and he always got 100 on his tests. Then some of the kids in his class started calling him Mr. Brainy Head.
What did you get on the test? I got 2 wrong. What about you? I got 3 wrong. Let's see what Mr. Brainyhead got. What did you get, Mr. Brainyhead? 100, like always. That's why he's Mr. Brainyhead.
So Hector told them how he felt and asked them to stop.
I don't want you to call me that name anymore. I don't like it. Why not? That's what you are. You're so brainy, Mr. Brainyhead. Anyway, it's just a funny nickname. But I don't like it.
Then Hector thought he tried not to be good at math. Maybe that would make them stop. So when the teacher called on him, he gave the wrong answer on purpose.
Does anybody know what 8 plus 2 is? How about you, Hector?
2 plus 8 is 12.
Sorry, Hector, that's not right. Anybody else? Jessica?
2 plus 8 is 10.
That's right. Very good.
See, I didn't know the answer.
But that didn't work either. The kids still called him Mr. Brainyhead, and giving the wrong answer on purpose made him feel just as bad as being called names. When his friend Jessica saw him looking upset, she asked him what was wrong.
What's the matter? Some of the kids keep calling me Mr. Brainyhead, and I don't like it. So don't pay attention to that. What do you mean? Pretend you don't hear it. That's what I did.
Then Jessica told Hector about Ben, who used to call her Sneezy, because she had bad allergies and was always sneezing.
Hey, Sneezy, need a tissue?
Jessica told Ben she didn't like it and asked him to stop, but he wouldn't.
Please don't call me that. Sorry, Sneezy.
So Jessica decided the next time Ben called her Sneezy, she wouldn't pay attention to him. She pretended she didn't even hear him.
How's it going, Sneezy? I said, how's it going, Sneezy? Whatever. And he stopped? After a little while, maybe it wasn't fun anymore. Anyway, he stopped.
So now you know, if someone calls you names, the best thing to do is use your words. Tell them how it makes you feel and ask them to stop. If they keep doing it, try not to pay attention to the name. Chances are they'll get tired of it and give up. But if you can't work things out yourself, ask a grown-up for help. So, we've learned that using your words is a great way to make someone stop calling you names. So is ignoring the person. But suppose you see someone else being called names. What do you do then? Chelsea and Megan were having a sleepover at Katie's house. They were having a great time until Katie said,
I have an idea. Let's turn off the lights and tell ghost stories. I don't like ghost stories. Don't be a baby. I'll go turn off the lights. No, I don't like the dark. You're such a scaredy cat. Chelsea, you're not afraid, are you? Well, no. Great, I'll get the lights.
Katie kept calling Megan scaredy cat and went to turn off the lights, even though she knew Megan was afraid. And Chelsea didn't say anything to stop her.
Scaredy cat, scaredy cat. Katie, keep the lights on. Scaredy cat, scaredy cat.
Suddenly, the sleepover wasn't so much fun anymore. Chelsea felt bad that Megan was so upset, but what could she do? Then she realized that she could use her words and tell Katie to stop calling her names, and that's exactly what she did.
Katie, stop calling Megan a scaredy cat. Well, she's being a baby and ruining our fun. She is not, but you're hurting her feelings and being really mean. I didn't mean anything by it. I just thought it'd be fun to tell ghost stories. I'm sorry I called you a scaredy cat, Megan. Thanks. We can watch a video if you want. As long as it's not about ghosts. And we can leave the lights on. Great, I'll get the movie.
Chelsea used her words to stop Katie's name calling, and it worked. So when it comes to name calling, now you know that calling names back and fighting don't work. But using your words, saying how you feel, and speaking up for a friend is a great way to stop name calling. So is ignoring the person who's calling you the name. And remember, if you need to, talk to an adult and ask them to help you work things out. So the next time you want someone to stop name calling, remember the best way is to say, "Don't call me names."